I am giving 100 million coins to a random person who comments. So be sure to comment something. Hello, do you want to maximize how much money you can make from mining? Or do you want to achieve the highest level in Skyblock? Well, to do that you are going to need to get the black belt. First, the basics. Get naked. Because if you don't, Master Tao won't let you in the dojo. So no items in your inventory, no armor, no pets, and even no equipment. Set your FOV to Quake Pro, so you can see much more inside the dojo. Have sounds on. Have toggle sprint on, so you don't have to spend your attention on holding in the control button. One thing that I highly recommend is to get a mod that has Dojo solvers. I use Badlion client, and it works very well. But if you are on Forge, I am sure that there are mods that can help with the dojo. Then you'd want to play the dojo when there are as few people online on Hypixel. You do this to get the lowest amount of lag, because lag is very often a problem with the dojo. So if you are an EU player like myself, just play the dojo when there are not many people online, which is early in the morning. Also, lobbies in the Crimson Isle can be very laggy. And an easy way to check how laggy the lobby is by having a mod that shows your TPS. You'd want your TPS to be at least over 19. You can also shoot a Bonzo staff and see how much the balloons stutter. The first dojo test you should do is the test of mastery, because it is by far the easiest, especially with the dojo mods. So what you want to do is only go for the red blocks. Shoot the arrow when it is about 0.2 to 0.3 seconds left. Otherwise you will miss the red. If you do this successfully, you can get a very high score. Personally, I have gotten 1600 score on the test of mastery, meaning that I don't need to get a S rank on every dojo test. That is why you should go for the test of mastery first, so you don't try to get an S rank on the test of control when you don't even need it. The test of force is one of my highest scoring dojo tests. What you want to do is go for the mobs at the edge of the platform. If there is a 30-point zombie but it is in the middle of the arena, it is not worth going for it. Also, don't spend too much time on one zombie. Hit it 1 to 3 times and try to get it in the lava. If a mob takes more than 3 hits, just give up on it. And of course, prioritize the 30 points and 20 points over the 10 points. If you accidentally hit a minus 30 point zombie, just restart, because it is very hard to recover after that. This test does require some luck, since it is very random where and what kind of zombies spawn, so just try a bunch until you get as close to an S as possible. For the test of stamina, you got to be aware of your surroundings. And also, this is the test that is most affected by lag. Some tips are: jumping bad, walking good. If you can go through the wall without jumping, do it. If you need to jump, I have heard that going in F5 mode is very beneficial, because you can kinda see how laggy the wall is, and when to jump. In this test I have a score of about 950, so try to aim for a minimum of 900. The test of discipline is more a test of attention. You are going to hit the right mob with the right sword. Again, mods really help with this one, because of the outline it has on the mobs. What you want to do is go for the big groups of one kind of zombie, so you don't have to switch your sword a bunch. Going to the edges of the platform is only worth it if there are a bunch there, otherwise kinda useless. Just like the test of a force, if you hit a zombie with the wrong sword, restart, you are not going to recover from that. Personally, I have gotten about 900 score on this test, so aim for about the same. The test of swiftness is simply just parkour. One thing I should mention is that you need to stand on new blocks for new blocks to spawn. For some reason I didn't understand this for a long time. You'd also want to go in F5 mode when you reach above 400 score inside the test. This is because now you are going to have to jump from block to block. So F5 mode makes it easy to see where you are going to need to jump to. The test of Swiftness is actually one of my lowest scores of all the tests, at only about 800, so go at least for 800 score, but you could probably do much better than me. The test of Control is the one I am the worst at, but I still have managed to get 800 score by knowing some tips and tricks. First of all, don't look exactly at it, instead look a little bit in front of it. There will be zombies and skeletons spawning during the test. When the zombies spawn, try to look at the wither skeleton while hitting the zombies into the lava. If that is not possible, hit the zombies into the lava as fast as you can. When skeletons spawn, you should just ignore them. Now there is one thing that has worked really well for me, and that is disabling your scoreboard or changing your GUI scale to small. Personally, I get really distracted by the timer on the scoreboard, which makes me not focus on the wither skeleton, so that really helps if you are constantly looking at the timer. In my opinion, this test is the hardest, because it feels so long and requires a lot of attention, but at least try to go for 800 score. Now the last test, which is the test of tenacity, and probably my biggest accomplishment in the dojo, since I have exactly enough for an S. First go in F5 mode, then you can just stand around with some small movements until the third ghast appears. Now just run around and pray you get lucky. Test of tenacity is very simple and doesn't require much strategy, so you can try to get an S rank on this one. Now you have followed the steps and strategies in this video, and you have also tried a bunch of times, meaning you can now claim your black belt and make even more money with gemstone mining.